Nnamdikanu kept in custody for years, but those spying Nigerians are pampered. Yes, so pampered. That's the word. Rehabilitated. Deji Adeyanju. Human rights activist and lawyer Barrister Deji Adeyanju has strongly condemned the conviction and life imprisonment of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdikanu, by Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Adeyanju said that the judgment is a bad omen that happened to Kanu, one that the judgment reflects the deepening insecurity and systemic failure in Nigeria, warning that no one is safe. Yes, sir, no one is safe. In a statement posted on his ex, formerly Twitter account, Adeyanju wrote, "Nigeria has happened to Nnamdikanu, but may Nigeria not happen to you." He cautioned Nigerians against celebrating the ruling based on ethnic or tribal sentiment, stressing that the country's instability affects everyone, yes, regardless of background. Now all of us, they suffer. You may rejoice today because of tribal or ethnic sentiment, but as long as you live in Nigeria, nothing is guaranteed. We are all victims, he said. Adeyanju revealed that attacks had already reached communities in Kogi and Kwara, warning that other regions could soon face similar threats. They are already attacking my village in Kogi and some other people's villages in Kwara. Yours may be next, and it's the truth, because you don't know where they are going to strike next. You don't know where they are going to strike next. While acknowledging that Kanu may have been wrong on the way he went about some things, Adeyanju insisted that the IPOB leader did not deserve this. Exactly, he did not. Of course, yes, we agree that he did some things. He said some things that were uncalled for. But yes, this ruling is wrong. So wrong. No one is safe in Nigeria. Kanu was wrong on the way he went about some things, but he did not deserve this. He contrasted the state's treatment of Kanu with his handling of armed groups wreaking havoc across the country. Kanu kept in custody for years for demanding for Biafra, but those spying thousands of citizens and security officials are pampered and rehabilitated. The activist added that Nigeria must confront the truth about its worsening security situation. Let us tell ourselves the truth for once in this country. Look at the way these terrorists are buying citizens all over the place. They are now moving to southern Nigeria in full force. My zone, the North Central, was almost conquered. Sahara reporters earlier reported that Justice Omotosho on Thursday sentenced Kanu to life imprisonment after condemning what he described as his atrocious actions. The judge also noted international objections to giving Kanu the death penalty. The judge said that although Kanu had shown no remorse and continued to display violent, unruly behavior, the court was compelled to temper justice with mercy. I beg you, if you temper justice with mercy, you sentence him to life imprisonment. In a ruling that has been roundly criticized, Justice James Omotosho sentenced Kanu to life imprisonment on counts 1, 4, 5, and 6. For count 7, the court imposed a 20 years prison term without the option of fine, and an additional 5-year term without an option of fine on another count. All sentences are to run concurrently. The court noted that the offences bordered on terrorism and that Kanu's behaviour, even during proceedings, reinforced its conclusion about his propensity for violence. So, at Store says, first thing I do when I wake up early in the morning, now to check whether my head is still intact, then check whether they don't run for the country. As Prince Oscar says, it's going to be from prison to the throne, similar to the case of Joseph in the Bible and Baba Obasanjo. I hope so. I pray so. I pray that God keeps him. I pray that God keeps him alive because, Tizel Ozaga says, out of hatred for the cockroach, the mosquito voted for the insecticide. Okay, we've heard this before. Nshimondo says, you will never find justice in a world where criminals make the rules. Exposes systemic corruption when power protects wrongdoing. Fairness disappears. This quote reminds us that justice requires integrity at the top. Without it, truth remains buried. Ben White says, a true activist is either in prison, exiled, or in the grave, but the truth remains that even if you buy a messenger, you cannot buy the message. Ultimate Solution says, I can't wait to hear the good news that there was once a country called Nigeria. Achimeze Lasbon says, water cannot move in a forest without falling down the trees. Nnamdikanu is just in a hard time now. Victory is assured. Mohammed says, if you vote for Peter Obi, as either president or vice president in 2027, you're automatically voting for a presidential pardon for Nnamdikanu. When Omoke has issued a strong warning to Nigerians against supporting Peter Obi in the 2027 election after the court sentenced Nnamdikanu to prison. You are not okay. You're the one that will tell us who to vote for. Go and sit down. Nowadays, says that is God's will in South, and South is to soon have their Biafra. Long live Biafra nation. Long live River State. Long live Port Harcourt, my home city, the capital of Biafra. As Bazama says, when those of us who witness the Nigerian civil war tells them to stay away from trouble, they think that we are kidding. Muyiwa says, if there is no Nigerian civil and you understanding, then I'll show that such a person is suffering from unseen pathogenic organism. What is unseen pathogenic organism? Mohammed says, they say what we know is not what they tell us. That's the way it is. Things are not going to be the same in this life. If person don't like you, he pretends not to understand your language. It is all. Atokonko says, that's the truth. Nnamdikanu was never with guns. Which one is life imprisonment? I wonder. You didn't catch him buying anybody. You didn't catch him shooting anybody. And yet you say he's a terrorist and you're sentencing him to life imprisonment. As how? As how? It is well. Uchenna says, on the mandate they stand. Yes, so because they sang it, that is on Tinubu's mandate that they stand. Judges singing on Tinubu's mandate we stand. It is well. Zubechiku says, my mind be say let us start creating our own groups and we'll go to use army clothes and start the game. Nobody will know each other again. That is the best option. Odo Feodo says the South should love themselves before tribalism bias. Says, how sincere are you, Deji? Well, Deji is speaking well, at least today. At Edge says, what name did Kanu call a motor show? It was calling his name now. I watched the video. It was calling a motor show. Show me the law. Show me where it is written in the law. You are not a lawyer. Yes, so he's not a lawyer, true. He's not a lawyer. MCC that says, Nigeria, your country. AKOC that says, LG will dance from now. Onyechi says, first thing I do when I wake up early in the morning is to check, okay. Pastor Mercy says, Nnamdikanu will be set free. Dairo says, I'm not really. Why don't you say this about Simon Ekpa? What is that? Oka Michael says, anybody that says Igbo William Madu is a useless person. Igbos don't get anybody. They are betrayals. Ampoloko says, so sad. Really sad. Ifeanyi says, the world is watching. Adepoji says, is that a sensible argument? It doesn't look sensible to you. It is well. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.